This game not only gave me existential dread, it made me contemplate about myself. Like how bad I am at pottery, and don't get me started on bartending. On a serious note, this game had a lot to tell. Without spoiling too much, I'll give you all a few vague ideas about some of the subjects that the game tackles, along with how I felt about it. The Red Strings Club is an indie 2018 cyberpunk point-and-click game developed by Deconstruct Team and published by Devolver Digital. The game has a somber start, or rather a somber ending. You see a man falling off a building in the beginning, and you basically go back to see how it all happened. Starting with Donovan, a bartender, and Brandeis, a freelance hacker, chilling in the Red Strings Club. Their conversation is cut short when an android named Akara barges in, and this is where the story kicks off. You learn that a corporation called Supercontinent is about to release something called a social psyche welfare, a system that will remove a lot of the things that are considered negative within people, such as anxiety, depression, and even possible criminal tendencies. As all three characters, you'll be able to pull some strings and uncover the mysteries surrounding the corporation by gathering information from the bar's customers, implanting executives to change the goals that they have in mind, and even fishing for plans from higher-ups on the phone. So before I continue, I wanted to take the time to appreciate how gorgeous this game looks and how wonderful the soundtrack is. Both the art and the music complement each other so much with each scene. So, moving on. The gameplay is different, but different in a good way. Your goal as the bartender Donovan is to see through a customer's spirit with each drink. Hover over to those circle things and you'll find certain emotions inside of them. Now, you don't make specific concoctions here, you simply have to guide the middle circle, the soul disc, towards any emotion that you want to channel, the soul nodes. Think of each bottle as a direction. Pouring the yellow bottle's contents onto the glass will move the disc towards the right, while the white one will make it go down. Don't worry too much about making mistakes or going too far off, the bottles don't run out, and you can casually pour your drink on the floor to start over. If the node is small, just top it off with an ice cube or two and the drink is ready to serve. Afterwards, you'll be able to manipulate your customers into giving you information, exploiting their mood by asking specific questions that can get you the most appropriate answers. In the pottery section, you play as Akara, who tends to clients who want to solve their problems with behavioral implants. Someone can't deal with all the hate they get online? Shove a filter implant in there and block all the negative comments. It may bring additional problems to the client, but don't panic. Just keep inserting implants and pray that the customer never comes back again. The actual sculpting process was quite relaxing when I got the hang of it. You just need to select the design that you want to work on, choose the type of tool to shape it, and repeatedly click and drag the tool until you successfully get the shape that you want. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just make sure to sculpt it until it's completely green, and push the refresh do-over button thing to rewind the process and correct your mistakes if ever. Now as Brandeis, you'll spend a lot of time dialing phone numbers using an ancient device called a telephone. Brandeis will be fishing for information from various employees, all while impersonating different people using their voice data as he goes along. This is the only part of the game that actually bothered me. I thought it was really cool getting all this info at first, but then it got a little tiring going back and forth between voices and people. It was worse when I got confused about which step to take. Who was I supposed to call again? So what makes the Red Strings Club really shine is the story, characters, and themes in the game. Each character not only felt real, but smart as well, with their own worldviews. From transhumanism to philosophy, the game not only made me question about my own beliefs, but gave me insight as I played through it. It was fascinating to see what each character had to say, whether it was about society, corporations, emotions, or free will. Is it really going to solve everything if all signs of mental instability were completely gone? How much humanity would be lost if someone were to be stripped of their primal instincts, molded into a perfect being. Each time I've gained clarity on what I thought was right, the game presented me with more moral ambiguity. In the end, all I could say was, I don't know. All in all, I finished the game in about 4 hours. It seems to encourage multiple playthroughs, but I'm satisfied with mine. It felt short and left me wanting more. But I guess longer isn't better if it would compromise the game's quality. Besides, the game is already pretty great as it is. I enjoyed it and thought it was a profound experience. A game that I'll definitely recommend to people, most especially sci-fi fans. Let me know what you all thought about the video. This game hit all the right spots for me, from the cyberpunk theme to all that film noir Blade Runner vibes, and oh gosh, that synth music. So good. Anyway, I hope to see all of you in my next video.